Your retirement is approaching, but your income might not be enough. What if I showed you 7 different ways to make money without working? Today, we're going to talk about passive income strategies that everyone over 50 needs to know. Now, we're connecting with David Montgomery.
Hello, I'm David Montgomery. Today, we're going to talk about a very important topic, passive income for individuals over 50. This is one of the most critical pieces of retirement planning, because Social Security alone is not enough. In 2025, the average Social Security payment is $1,976 per month. This amount doesn't provide sufficient retirement income for most Americans. This is where passive income comes into play. What is passive income? It's income you earn without actively working. You make money even while sleeping. But be careful. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It requires strategic planning. It requires discipline. And it requires the right information. Our first passive income source is dividend stocks. This is one of the most reliable methods for investors over 50. Here's how it works. You buy shares of companies that pay dividends. These companies provide you with regular income. They make payments quarterly or annually. In 2025, Dividend Aristocrats like Johnson & Johnson are offering around 3% annual returns. Coca-Cola is at similar rates. Procter & Gamble is the same way. These companies have been paying dividends continuously for over 25 years. They're excellent in terms of reliability. Let me give you an example. Let's say you invested $100,000. With a 3% dividend yield, you'll earn $3,000 per year. That's $250 per month. This means an extra grocery shopping trip or a bill payment. It may seem small, but every dollar matters in retirement. The point to pay attention to: dividend stocks require portfolio diversification. Don't depend on a single company. Choose at least 15 to 20 different companies from different sectors: technology, healthcare, consumer goods, energy. This way you distribute risk. The second option is real estate investment. This is the most preferred passive income source by Americans. You buy a property and rent it out. Monthly rent payments become your passive income. In 2025, the average rental income in the US varies between $1,500 and $2,500 per month. Of course, this varies by location. Higher in big cities, lower in rural areas. But generally, good rental income can be obtained. There are some criteria to consider in real estate investment. First, you need to do location analysis. Areas with good schools are more attractive. Low crime rate is important. Public transportation access adds value. Proximity to business centers increases tenant demand. These factors affect both your rental income and your property value. Second, do a cash flow calculation, not just rental income. Calculate all expenses. How much is the mortgage payment? How much is the property tax, insurance cost, HOA fees? Budget for maintenance and repairs. Generally, 1 to 2% of annual rental income goes to maintenance. Also consider vacancy rate. There's a possibility of at least 1 month vacancy per year. Third, determine your financing strategy. Will you buy with cash? Or will you use a mortgage? In 2025, mortgage rates are at 6 to 7% levels. May seem high, but there's leverage advantage. Also, mortgage interest provides tax deduction. Some investors pay 20 to 25% down payment. Finance the rest. This way you can buy more properties. Real estate investment has advantages. First, you own a physical asset. Second, you benefit from appreciation. Third, there are tax advantages. Mortgage interest is deductible. Property tax is deductible. Maintenance costs are also deductible. But real estate investment is not easy. It requires maintenance. It requires tenant management. There can be vacancy periods. Repair costs can arise. That's why do good research before real estate investing. Do location analysis. Do rental demand analysis. And create an emergency fund. As an alternative, there are also REIT investments, real estate investment trusts. These are companies that own real estate portfolios. They're bought and sold like stocks, but they provide real estate income. More liquid. Requires less management. A good option for investors over 50. The third passive income source is bonds. This is a classic choice for investors over 50 because bonds are lower risk. They provide more predictable returns, and in retirement, risk tolerance decreases. In 2025, U.S. Treasury bonds are offering returns between 4 and 5%. This is a historically good level. 10-year Treasury bonds are especially popular because they're government guaranteed. Default risk is negligibly low. Corporate bonds can offer higher returns, but they carry higher risk. Choose investment-grade bonds, those with AAA or AA ratings. These are safer. Stay away from junk bonds. They promise high returns, but are very risky. You can use the bond ladder strategy. This means you buy bonds with different maturities. Some are 1-year term, some are 3-year term, some are 5-year term. This way, bonds mature regularly and provide cash flow. Also advantageous in terms of liquidity. Municipal bonds are also an option. These are bonds issued by state and local governments. The biggest advantage, exempt from federal tax. Some are also exempt from state tax. If you're in a high tax bracket, this is very important. For example, a tax-exempt bond with a 3% yield provides the equivalent of a 4.4% yield to someone in the 32% tax bracket. This calculation is important. Also consider I-bonds, inflation-protected treasury bonds. They provide protection against inflation. Inflation is still a concern in 2025. I-bonds are adjusted according to the inflation rate. You have a $10,000 per year limit. Though it seems small, it provides nice protection in a retirement portfolio. The fourth option is digital products. This is a great opportunity offered by the modern world. Individuals over 50 usually have experience gained over the years. You can earn income by sharing this experience. Online course platforms are very popular, like Udemy, Teachable, Skillshare. You prepare a course, you create it once, but you sell it many times. This is truly passive income. It requires effort at first, but minimal maintenance is sufficient afterwards. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have 30 years of experience in accounting. You prepare an accounting course for small businesses. You sell the course for $49. If 50 people buy it per month, you earn $2,450 in income. This is completely passive income. Writing an ebook is also an option. You can publish through Amazon, Kindle Direct Publishing. You get a commission every time your book sells. Or you can do stock photography on platforms like Shutterstock, Adobe Stock. You earn money every time your photos are downloaded. What's important is having a skill or knowledge and digitalizing it. Individuals over 50 have more life experience than younger people. This is a big advantage. Evaluate Italiano. Our fifth strategy is related to retirement planning. You can create passive income by using your 401k and IRA accounts smartly. This is a bit technical, but very important. If you're over 50, you can make catch-up contributions. In 2025, the normal limit for 401k is $23,500, but those over 50 can put in an additional $7,500. Total, $31,000. For IR, the normal limit is $7,000. With an additional $1,000, total $8,000. These contributions are tax advantaged. In traditional 401k and IRA, contributions are made so it reduces your current tax burden. In Roth 401k and Roth IRA, contributions are made post-tax, but withdrawals are tax-free. This makes a big difference in retirement. There's also the Roth conversion strategy. You can convert your traditional IRA to a Roth IRA. You pay taxes during conversion, but afterwards, all growth and withdrawals are tax-free. This is very advantageous after age 59.5. No required minimum distributions, meaning you're not forced to withdraw the money. Attention! These strategies are complex. I recommend meeting with a financial advisor. Every person's situation is different. Tax bracket is different. Financial goals are different. Professional guidance is essential. The sixth passive income source is P2P lending. Peer-to-peer lending platforms make individual lending easy. Ask an investor you lend to people requesting loans. In return, you earn interest income. Lending Globe and Prosper are the most popular platforms. In 2025, average returns vary between 5 and 10%. This is higher than bonds, but also riskier. How does it work? You open an account on the platform. You review loan requests. Each loan has a risk rating, like a B, C, D, A is safest. D is higher risk loans pay higher interest. But default risk is also high. Diversification is very important. Don't invest large amounts in a single loan. Invest small amounts in dozens, even hundreds of different loans. For example, if you have $10,000 investment, invest $50 each in 200 different loans. This way, even if a few loans default, you don't suffer big losses. P2P lending should be a small part of your portfolio, between 5 and 10%, because there's risk. In an economic downturn, default rates can increase, but if managed well, it's a nice passive income source. The seventh and final option is annuities. This is a financial product designed especially for individuals over 50. It provides guaranteed income for life or for a specific period. How does an annuity work? You make a lump sum payment to an insurance company, or you make payments over time. In return, the company pays you regular income. It can be monthly, quarterly, or annually. In 2025, immediate annuities are popular. Income payments start immediately. For example, you invest $100,000. You're 65 years old. The company can pay you $500 to $600 per month for life. The exact amount depends on your age, gender, and market conditions. There are also deferred annuities. Income payments start later. In the meantime, your investment grows. Fixed annuities provide fixed returns. Variable annuities depend on market performance. Indexed annuities are tied to stock indices, but have loss protection. The advantage of annuities: lifetime income guarantee, no risk of running out of money. The disadvantage: low liquidity. Withdrawing money is difficult or penalized. Also, fees can be high. Read every annuity contract carefully. Don't sign anything you don't understand. Another important point: compare annuity types. Immediate annuity starts payments right away. Deferred annuity starts in the future. Fixed annuity guarantees a fixed rate. Variable annuity depends on market performance. Indexed annuity offers both protection and growth potential. Each has a different fee structure, different risk profile. Qualified longevity annuity contract can also be considered, known as QLAC, purchased from within IRA or 401k. Payments can be deferred until age 85. During this time, it's removed from required minimum distribution calculation, provides tax advantage. In 2025, the limit is $200,000 or 25% of account balance. Now, we've reviewed these 7 passive income sources: dividend stocks, real estate income, bonds, digital products, retirement account strategies, P2P lending, and annuity. Each has its own advantages and risks. What's important is not doing all of them at once. Choosing those suitable for your own situation. Think about your risk tolerance. Define your financial goals. Evaluate your time horizon. If you're 50, you can work 15 to 20 more years. That's a long time. But if you're 60, you may need to be more conservative. Diversification is always key. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread across different asset classes: stocks, real estate, bonds, alternative investments. This way, if one area weakens, others balance it out. Tax planning is also critical. Passive income is generally taxed, but you can reduce your tax burden with smart strategies. Use tax-advantaged accounts. Do loss harvesting. Consider charitable contributions. Working with a tax advisor is valuable. Don't forget Social Security. This is the cornerstone of your passive income portfolio. Don't take it early if possible. For each year you wait, your payment increases by 8% until age 70. If you're healthy, waiting makes sense. Finally, review regularly. Examine your portfolio at least once a year. Are you reaching your goals? Are risks balanced? Is change needed? Financial situation is dynamic. It shouldn't remain static.
Yes, folks. Today, we talked about passive income ideas for age 50 and over. Remember, retirement planning starts early, but it's never too late. Take a step today, define your goals, and make a plan. If this video was helpful, don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe so you'll be notified of new videos. Write in the comments which passive income strategy you're thinking of trying. Let's learn from each other and, most importantly, take action. Knowledge is power, but application transforms. I wish you success on your journey to financial freedom. See you soon.